Rebelo with Rebelo'S Kenpo Karate. Welcome to another exciting episode of our wonderful show. In this episode, in this show, we're going to be going over one of the many arts that we teach here at our location, and that is the art of Nindo Ryu Jujutsu. Now, we've done a couple episodes over our tenure in the past, but this one's going to be very special and very unique because we're talking about a very important aspect of the martial arts, and that's the empowering of women in the martial arts, and specifically in the art of Jiu-Jitsu. I've been very proud over the last few years to work with a couple of wonderful individuals in Nindo Ryu Jujutsu, and tonight we want to showcase their skills and talk about their experiences and just have some general fun here at the studio. So without further ado, I would like to introduce someone who's very, very special to my heart, and I'm very proud of her, and I really want to acknowledge her in tonight's show, and that is, come on over, Katie. This is Katie Dlugosinski. Fine Irish name. No, my Polish girlfriend's going to beat me up over that, I'm sure. But anyway, again, Katie's been with us now 4 years?
I think so.
She talks so much. She's a chatterbox. Can't stop talking. Tell me, Katie, what made you want to get involved in the martial arts in the first place?
It was John's idea.
Jon Mellor, her boyfriend, which you've seen if you watch our YouTube videos of my TV shows, you've seen me beat the living daylights out of him. No, just kidding. But demonstrate on him the various arts. So now you were also studying with him some of the arts that he had learned in his black belt, which was Rebelo'S Kenpo Jiu-Jitsu as well, which also has a very important Jiu-Jitsu ingredient. What were your fears about getting involved in the martial arts as a woman? Did you have any?
I did. Just where to begin?
I know when we talk about Jiu-Jitsu, you were really afraid about falling down.
Yes. That was the first one.
The classic phrase, I've fallen and I can't get up, right? And that's something we talked about. And what was, we talked about the impetus, again, because John was involved in it, but as a woman yourself, what were your fears and apprehensions about being able to defend yourself? What were you concerned about?
I didn't have any knowledge prior.
Okay. Yeah, it's an important thing. A lot of women involved, don't have past martial arts experience or don't know how to correlate and relate to it. And that's why it's important that, again, in Jiu-Jitsu, and Jiu-Jitsu is the gentle art. And I think from your training, you've really understood the importance of being gentle and yet causing incredible pain when she does. But we're going to go into that. We're going to talk about Nindo Ryu Jujutsu. So, Kate, we're going to be demonstrating some of the basic techniques. And Nindo Ryu Jujutsu works on what we call the Godai, the 5 elements, and the 5 fundamental techniques with the 5 fingers of the hand. Now, Katie, for our audience, what are the first 5 techniques, or waza in Japanese, that you learned in Nindo Ryu Jujutsu?
The first technique is kote gaishi, or the outside wrist flex. And it's the inside wrist flex, which is kote mawashi. Outside armbar, ude gatami.
Garami, yep.
Garami. Then the inside armbar. Can't remember that name right now.
No problem. And what's the 5th technique?
Center lock, or Nikyo.
Okay. And Nikyo, of course, term comes from the art of Aikido, the 5 major techniques: Ikkyo, Nikyo, Sankyo, Yonkyo, and Gokyo. And we use some, again, Nindo is a very interesting art. It has many influences. A Chinese Chin Na, which means to seize and control, or as my instructor David German from Thai would say, how to grab, seize, hold, control, or subdue. Then we go on, of course, to Okinawa, and their art called Tuite, like Tweety Bird, which is the grappling hand. And then, of course, Jiu-Jitsu, the gentle art, which we've been working on here in different incarnations. And then we go to the Hawaiian Islands with the art of Lua, the art of Hawaiian bone breaking, and also the art of Danzan Ryu Jiu-Jitsu, founded by Henry Shishiro Okazaki. And then we get to America, and we also work on some of the elements of Filipino Jiu-Jitsu, or Dumog. And people like Professor Florendo Visitation with Viarnis Jitsu and Vijitsu Te and Vijitsu Ryu, and then later on Moses Paul and Sanuka's Ryu Jiu-Jitsu. So there's a lot of great influences in what we do, and we're going to go over some of those techniques today with the lovely and effervescent Katie. And we're going to have fun, and we're going to have, and since we were talking about her wonderful uke, or attacker, or assailant, or the guy who's going to scream a lot, let's bring John over. John, come on over here, and let's have you move back a little bit. And John's been with me for several years. John is a second degree black belt in Kenpo Jujutsu. He's also a first degree black belt in the Hawaiian Kenpo orientation of Kara Zenpo Goshin Jutsu. He also studies Jujitsu along with Katie, with me. Also does Filipino stick and knife fighting. And is just a rocking individual when it comes to various martial arts. So Katie, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move around here for a moment. And I'm going to move back here. Alright, so Katie, let's talk about the technique. Let's go into our first technique, which is, again, you said, kotegaishi, and the outside wrist flex. And let's face each other and bow to sign respect. Just bow to me, man. Just kidding. Bow sensei, bow to each other. Great. Alright, so there are 10 basic attacks that we teach in Nindo Ryu Jujutsu. And the first attack, again, it goes from the least dangerous to the most dangerous. And we work on, again, we've got 10 fingers and we got 10 toes, 10 basic fundamental attacks. So, Kate, what's the first attack?
Kote Dori.
Kote Dori, or a direct wrist grab. So we do it with the right side, we do it with the left side. So we're going to do the right hand first, grab her right wrist. Okay, that's her left. That's her right. Alright, so demonstrate. So she turns her hand up into what's known as the hand mirror, compresses, and then she can do more. But we're going to stop there for now. Just the basic fundamental technique. Okay, so if you did it with your right hand, you can
do it with your left hand.
Amazing. And right is in Japanese is migi and left is hidari. Dozo, please. She turns the hand palm up, grabs, and we call this grabbing the hamburger. And when we bring it down, we call it playing the video game. Tell me you can't relate, right? If you've got a phone with video games on it, you're playing with your cell phone, you know the position. That's the key. All right. So, Katie, that was a direct wrist grab. What's next?
Cross wrist grab.
Cross wrist grab. So you reach across like you're going to shake hands, and you grab the wrist instead. Go for it. Very cool. She had a movement known as the eagle's wing, like the wings of the eagle. Suddenly we're doing Stevie Miller's songs. We fly like an eagle, right? Bring those arms up. All right, do the opposite side. Show me. So again, opens her hand and closes the center line. See how he's pulled off balance? And then goes to the technique and cranks her. And again, that's teaching us an important phrase about breaking the balance, which in Japanese is called, Katie?
Kazushi.
Kazushi. Such a decorative phrase. All right, so we've done our direct wrist grab, we've done our cross wrist grab. Hey, what's next?
Two hand wrist
grab. Two hand wrist grab.
Katate.
Okay, katate. Oh, there's an interesting concept. Now, the reason why we're showing these techniques first is because, simply stated, when we talk about women's self-defense, a woman is more prone to be attacked by a man in this fashion. It's a matter of control and restraint. Hey, you're coming with me. Hey, you're not going anywhere. You're going to listen to what I have to say, etc., etc. So these are very common. And this third one is very common, where a man will grab both of a woman's wrists with both of his hands. Please. So now he's in control. Okay, Katie. Now what do we do? Up, double hand mirror, up, threw one away. Now at that point, it's like being at a Chinese restaurant. You got one from column A, one from column B, and you choose which side you want to do. Okay, let's see that left hand side then. So both hands come up and weaken his grip. She extracts from one, compresses, boom, down to the ground he goes. That's simple. All right, cool. So that's katate. What's next?
Morote.
Morote. What's that mean?
Two hands on the same wrist.
Ah, now this comes back from our understanding that Jiu-Jitsu actually comes from the samurai. And again, the samurai would use their katana. It was a two-handed sword, right hand over left. So that two wrist hand grab simulating holding a sword. All right, so let's see it. So right over left like a samurai sword. What do? Up eagle wing, get your compression. Oh, drop and chop. And we call that action turn around, drop and chop like a guillotine to knock his hand away. All right, this is the other side, Katie. Let's see. Left over right. Hand comes up, peels, drops it, and drops in with that compression. Very good. Okay, so now, if I'm not mistaken, we've done all our wrist grabs. So what's next?
Lapel grab.
Okay, now we talk about this. A woman does not want a man to reach out and grab her by her bosoms or grab her shirt or t-shirt, what have you. But it does happen occasionally. Again, pulling a person in, he wants to yell and scream at her, whatever. He's mad, he's angry, etc. So again, these techniques are taught. So let's see a direct wrist grab then. So with your right hand, grab her wrist, grab her lapel rather. Grab right in front of her jacket. She reaches. And again, same thing. Peel, compress, and again, throw to the ground from there. But again, we want to show you the foundation of these techniques. All right, Katie, let's see the Hidari, left side. So everything she learns has symmetrical action. Everything she does has what we call ambidextrous behavior. There is and also another term we use, there is an orthodox way, or ura, and there's an unorthodox way, or omote. So she learns how to utilize this various hold, and again, the same technique against the multitude of attacks. Well, where do we go from there, Katie?
Two-hand lapel grab.
Okay, one is not enough, so we go to two-hand lapel grab. Grab both of her lapels, and she's going to grab both of them this time, and then throw one away and compress. Very good. And let's see the opposite side, Hidari. And grab, compress. Very good. And she said she doesn't, she showed the double one instead. We were going to just do that as a treat, and then she did it. And now we're like in the ether. Right, now, okay, so let's do the left side first with the one hand, okay? Let's show that first. So we're going to pick, we're going to choose, we're going to drop one, and compress. And then, now, Katie, what if you wanted to hold on to both hands? Hint, hint. Okay, grab. So now she's going to take both of the hands, she's going to peel, she's going to drop him, right, and compress him. And literally, if she wanted to push him back, she could push him back and roll him onto the ground or into a chair. If you're at a bar and you just want to have him, tell him, take a seat. Now have a seat. All right, very good. So we've done our wrist grabs, we've done our lapel grabs. Hey, Katie, what's next?
Single hand push.
Oh, now again, and here's a classic phrase that we talked about with, again, as a woman, not wanting a man to reach out and attack my breast or grab my breast, etc. You don't need to oogle me, so I want to control and manipulate him. So again, in this case, we do a right hand direct push. So he goes to push her, and she blocks, and she turns, and goes back to her technique. Now, in that case, Katie used lateral action. We stepped into a stance. What stance was that?
Kibidachi.
Kibidachi, or the horse stance. So stepping out of the way and using the traditional what? What's that called in Japanese?
Knife hand block.
In Japanese? I didn't know Japanese spelled English that way. This is called shuto uke, or as she just said, knife hand block. And a lot of people say, oh, you know, I don't want to do the karate stuff and whatnot, but in certain techniques and certain styles we do. And in Nindo Ryu, this is one of the ways that we move and maneuver ourselves out of harm's way by lateral action. So let's see that right hand push again. So he steps back, he's stepping in with the push, she moves laterally out of the way, does her knife hand, grabs, redirects, and goes right into that wrist flex. Great. All right, let's see the left hand then. If you can do it with the right, you can do it with the left, right? Correct? Correct. Try it out. So she moves out of harm's way, she immediately grabs from the block. Again, notice how his shoulder drops here, and the other shoulder comes up because she's got him off balance, and she drops him from that point. Pretty good. Okay, Katie, what's next?
Cross push.
Cross push. So you can push in a straight line, or you push across, maybe pushing you back into a wall, what have you. All right, let's see that one. Now, move up a little bit. All right, John, move back a little bit, move forward a little bit more, Katie, just so we can see because you're stepping back in this instance. Okay, so let's see that technique again, all right? And go to the attack, push. Oh, flex out of the way and moves. And notice how she yields. She yields with the force of the attack and steps back, allowing the person to get that continued motion, actually pulling them off balance to get the wrist grab and the compression. All right, so that was the right side. Let's see the left. There we go. Now, again, the beauty of this, at this point, we haven't dropped the person to the ground yet. We haven't thrown them to the ground and out of camera shot. Because we really want to show you the basic foundation of how you can control this. Okay, Katie, so you've done grabs, you've done lapel grabs, you've done pushes. What's next?
Two-hand push.
Two-hand push. Right? So again, come in two-hand push. And double knife hand there, sweeping one away, making a choice, and compressing. There you go, very good. All right, back up a little bit more, John. Move up a little bit more, Katie, just so we can really get that going. All right, so again, go to push with both hands. Boom. Now we do the left side. Ah, very good. Cool. Excellent. All right, Katie, we've done grabs. We've done pushes. What's next?
Punches.
Punches. Okay. So we're going to start with a right.
Direct.
Direct? We make a circle or a line first?
Circle first.
Circle first. They're easier. They're big, sweeping, circular motion. Or roundhouse punch. I'm going to back up so I don't inadvertently get clocked upside the head. All right, so let's see it, John. Same basic foundation. Wow, that technique looks familiar. Great. Very good. Now the left side. Step back with your left foot and come into popper. Oh, whoop, round and down. Excellent. Very good. All right, Katie, so what's the opposite of a circle?
Straight line.
Straight line. So now he's going to come in, and we call this oi suki. We should say the last technique we call mawashi uchi. It's a roundhouse strike, even though we're hitting with the front of our knuckles on this particular action, as opposed to oi, 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 which means to lunge or attack. And suki means a linear thrusting action, in this case, a punch. So let's see it, Katie. Very good. And how about the left side? Excellent. Very good. All right. And is that all your basic attacks?
Yes.
Yes, you bet. So that's our first. So I'm going to step between them. So that's our first basic waza or technique, and showing you the 10 attacks. So now we're going to go through some of the other techniques and attacks, and why don't you have some fun watching it and enjoying it, and watching Jon get thrown around and Katie demonstrating her skills. So that being said, we're going to go right to work with this, and I hope you watch it very, very carefully, and I hope that you really get something out of watching this. Okay, now let's go into some more of the various techniques that are taught in Nindo Ryu Jujutsu, and we'll see how far we get along through them, and we'll have some fun, and sometimes we'll bring it up a little bit closer so you, the audience, can check out the techniques of Nindo Ryu Jujutsu. Go for it, Katie. All right, Katie, what's our next attack? What's our next technique, I should say?
Inside wrist flex.
Inside wrist flex, or kote mawashi. All right, start off with your attacks. First attack. And again, this is bringing the person down, taking them over in position for future techniques. Aside. Very good. All right, let's go on to our next attack, which is the Crossroads Grab. Very good. And we're going to go the opposite side, grabbing, and go. Okay, very good. And we'll keep going now with katate, double wrist grab. What do you do there?
Bone breaking.
Bone breaking! Bone breaking! Okay, let's see that. Oh, that looks painful. Bone on bone. And to the wrist flex. Ooh. Opposite side. Bone breaking! In Japanese, bone breaking is known as KENPOJOE. In the Hawaiian art of Lua, many times Hawaiian women were taught specific techniques to break the bone of a attempting molester. So that way they could easily be identified by the village elders. In this case, it's just bone breaking! One of my favorite topics. All right, let's go on. So now we've done the katate, and now we're going to morote. 2 hands on 1 wrist. What do we do there? Oh, samurai sword being held. And that in turn shuts off the other hand when you do it. That's great. Opposite side. Notice how that other hand goes away when you get the lock in. Very good. Next, lapel grabs. Very good. And opposite side. And she's peeling, and what will we do now? 1 over the top, 1 underneath. Whoop, throw it away, thank you. Left side. And you say, it's the same thing, but we're doing the left side of the technique here. To grab his left arm and compress it. Very good. All right. Next, we're going to go on to pushes. So now step back, execute a right direct push, shove her. So boom, she steps out of the way. Oops. Crossing the rainbow. We call that technique. And again, she was on the inside and went to the outside. Okay, that's the omote, or unconventional version of the technique. Let's see the traditional one, moving to the outside. Same attack. Say the right hand. You bet. Get her. There we go. There we go. So So Katie, there's a conventional, there's an unconventional, an orthodox and an unorthodox way. Why is the other way called orthodox? Do you have to do as much work?
No.
No, nowhere near. That's the beauty of it. So let's see the left side. So let's see the traditional one to the outside first. Nice compression, good. Now let's see the unorthodox or omote version of the technique. Great. Hey Katie, let's do that again, and John, let's show our viewers why it's important is you come in with an attempted second punch, like an uppercut or something of that fashion. Right, so again, go.
Outside.
You're going to do the inside one.
Inside.
That's it. Right? If we do the traditional one, he can't punch you with that hand.
That's right.
Okay, so move. So now, if he tries to throw that punch with the other hand, she crosses the rainbow and shuts his line off. See? Up, locks him up, and there we go. Great! Okay, so now, let's go into our next attack, which we went to the direct push, so two-hand push. And again, we do what's called a katate shuto uke, double knife hand block, like twin doors opening. All right, opposite side now. Double knife hand's going out, she throws one away, crossing the rainbow, and traps and locks. Very good. Okay, now we're going to go on to our pushes. Oh, we talked about that, we just did that. So we're going to punches, I'm sorry. Punch her in the face, man! Roundhouse punch. I don't know if you heard that thud when her knife hand hit his arm. That's the one that makes him know he got hit, and he gets that radiating electrical pain up his arm. It's a wonderful thing. All right, so now let's see the audience. She smiles knowingly and nods. You know, yeah, I love doing that to him. All right, so fire away. Opposite side. Good. Crossing the rainbow, turning and compressing. Nice. Okay, now we're going to do the straight punch, which has an omote and a ura and omote version to it. So let's do the traditional version first to the outside. Very good. And now let's do the untraditional version, or unorthodox, to the inside. Good. How about the left hand? That's straight punch, conventional, good. This is ura, turn trap, lock and compress. And when she compresses that wrist and pushes those fingers toward his hand, it locks his whole arm out. You know, untraditional, non-traditional, unorthodox, good. Crossing the rainbow, switching hands, grabbing underneath and compressing. Very good, excellent. Okay, Katie, that's the inside wrist flex. What's next?
Outside armbar.
Oh, the outside armbar. In Aikido, they refer to this as ikkyo, or the first of the kyo, or truth. So let's see this technique against the direct wrist grab first. Hey, Katie, turn around so we can see that one. All right. That eagle wing, reaching across, and rolling to the out. Hey, Katie, doesn't that start with the inside wrist flex to get to the outside armbar?
Yes, it does.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, come on up. All right, so now let's turn around again. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so now we'll do the left side. All right, so again, go. Eagle wing. Roll. Very good. Now, hey, Katie, you haven't been very thirsty. I don't see a lot of cocoa, right? What's cocoa, Katie?
Teeth.
And the teeth are in the
Mouth.
mouth.
Tiger mouth.
Boy, that took a long time to get there. Wow. So don't forget the tiger mouth, okay? Don't forget your cup of cocoa. All right. So now we did the direct wrist grabs, right? So now we're going to go to cross wrist grab. There we go. And the opposite side. Grab the wrist, eagle wing, took a cup of cocoa. Hey, Katie, let's do the right side again for a moment. Grab her. Go, Katie. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Katie, see the folks in the camera? Yeah, the audience wants to see you. So why don't you go for a walk and John can come along. And this is the come along, folks, where she drags him like a dog, walks him like a dog. Isn't it wonderful? I think it's great.
Wave.
There you go. Awesome. That made my day. I'm sure it'll make this as well. Cool. All right, so we did our direct wrist grab. We did our cross wrist grab. Now we're going to do katate, one hand on each wrist, grabbing at the same time. He's trying to restrain you. So now what do you do? Eagle wings up. There's that KENPOJOE. Take him down to that arm bar. Notice how she takes her knife hand and rolls it against his adder above his elbow. Okay, opposite side. Up your arm. She wants to be in the talent spotlight tonight. Here we go. Chop, pow, break, grab, twist, roll, arm bar. And can drop him. And again, he slams that hand on the ground because he doesn't want his face slamming on the ground. Very good. Okay, so now what's next?
Morote.
Morote. Person grabs two hands on one wrist. There we go. Up, there's that cup of cocoa. There's that arm bar. And then the opposite side. And Katie can look at our audience and John can look at the floor. It's a great thing. All right. Very good. Next.
Lapel grab.
Lapel grab. We'll start with a front right hand lapel grab. Dominant hand to control and restrain. And go. So we start with our inside wrist flex and go to our outside arm bar from that point. Chop with our knife hand and roll the muscle, as we say. Right, off to the side. Well, then she hides from you because she doesn't want to show you what she's doing to that poor unfortunate person. All right, so now front two-hand lapel grab. Hand down. Very good with the right. And of course, and she's hiding from you again. And advertising for the school, we get to see our school patch, Rebelo'S Kenpo Karate. All right, so now what? Where are we going to from here?
Double lapel.
Okay, didn't
No,
we just do that?
we just did that
Ah, we do a what? Push, push. So shove her, man. Show her who's boss. It's not you. Grab the arm bar and takes it down to the ground. Very good. And left hand now. Okay, Katie, let's look at the camera for a moment. Talk to our viewers. Did we do just now the orthodox or unorthodox version of the technique?
Unorthodox.
Okay, so let's see the orthodox traditional one against the right hand direct push. Very good. And how about the left side? Hey, let's turn around. Ding, ding, ding. There we are. Got knife hand, grab the cocoa, and roll them down. And again, we showed you earlier with that walk, right? You can walk a person. All right, very good. All right, so that's our pushes. And let's turn around again. Very good. All right, what's next? How many hands does it got?
Two-hand push.
You bet. Nice. Very good. And the left side? Very good. Okay, now we're going from pushes to punches. So now let's do that right roundhouse punch. Migi Mowashi Uchi. Good. And the left side as well. Let's have some more fun. Block, grab. You know, and a lot of times when we do women's self-defense, you know, they look at that knife hand block and they say, oh, I can't generate enough strength or enough power to do harm to the body. John, what do you think when she hits you with that knife hand block?
Oh, it hurts.
There's a testimonial for you. All right, very good. So let's go on. So what's next?
Oisuki.
Oisuki. Guy's going to step in with a lunging punch. And with the unorthodox, please. Now moving to the inside and then changing to the outside and roll. That's how she circled her body there to make it more dynamic. Okay, and left hand now. So the traditional one on the outside. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, these are fairly simple techniques, and they're designed that way. They're designed for you to be able to effectively defend yourself. Now, Katie, hey, in the Japanese martial art of jiu-jitsu, we teach you Japanese phrases, but there's one phrase I'm not hearing you say when you want him to start the technique. What's that word?
Hajime.
Hajime! Do you say him Hajime? Hajime today. So Hajime means begin, so tell him to begin when he's going to punch you in the face and attack you. That would help. Okay, and that's part of the culture behind jiu-jitsu. Okay, so Katie, we've done the outside wrist flex, the inside wrist flex, the outside arm bar. What's next?
The inside arm bar.
Fascinating! All right, can't wait to see that. So we'll start with a direct wrist grab. Let's see how you get there. Ah! Hey Katie, what was that footstep? What do we call that? Like a horse riding. What do we call it?
Canting.
Canting, right? Now we're going to do that one again, and then we're going to have to do one other thing. So grab it again. Hey Katie, why don't you turn around and look at the camera? People can't see you. Oh, I can see you now, and poor John, unfortunately, has to come along. Oh, there he goes. Cool, Katie. All right, so that was the right arm. So let's see the left side. Cool. Katie, you know, we learned a lot of phrases from Kenpo Karate and we incorporated it into Jiu-Jitsu. And what's the rule? When moving forward, lead foot?
Lead hand.
Okay, very good. Show it one more time so we can demonstrate that. So, move your left, shoot with your left, and trap. And that's a lot easier than you first thought when you first learned it, huh? Makes it a lot easier to do. All right, let's do the crossroads grab now. Oh no, we've befuddled Katie. Ah, no we didn't. Okay. So, here's a shining example, and here's something amazing. Now, let's explain this for a moment. So, in this particular technique, John grabbed Katie's wrist, and instead of Katie escaping with the hand that was grabbed, she took her other hand and she shot it in like a spear, or like a fish diving into the ocean, or a seagull diving into the water. So show that technique again. So she shoots that in, and that frees up her other hand, enables her to lock him up. All right. So now, through the magic of television, we're gonna move. La 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 la. Stop. Okay. So now she's gonna do the same technique. So again, when he grabs her wrist, go ahead, grab. So she's gonna take this hand, wave to the audience. Hi. That's the hand that's going to fire in and down. Good. Step in and shoot. Up. Step and turn around. And now they're side by side. Aww. It's great for Katie. Okay, not so good for John. But locks him up. All right, very good. So, there you have it. But wait, there's more. Let's show him, Katie. So now we did the cross wrist grab, and now katate. Two hands. Let's back up a little bit. All right. So, oh no, what will you do now? Okay, do that again. That was pretty cool. I like that. Do it again. You did it before and you can do it again. Hey! Okay, so go ahead. Shoot. Ah, very nice. So he caused his other arm to fold across his body to let it go. That's pretty cool. Let's see the other side. Nice. Nice way to hook that elbow with that cross hand. Very cool. All right, so that's katate. Now, what about morote? What do you want to use both his hands on your wrist and grab you? Ah, what do you do now? Oh, so now you're combining the techniques. You start off with the outside wrist flex to free one hand up and do the inside arm bar with the other. That's pretty cool. How about the opposite side? You peel it to release one grip, shoot in deep for the other, and around and down he goes. Awesome. That's nice. That's very cool. All right. What next? Now he grabs you. You betcha. Grabs you gruffly by the front of your jacket. We've got to help. Not a problem, though, because everything builds upon everything else. What do I mean? Well, let's show you. Okay, so now, let's help them out. Okay, so we're going to start off with our second technique, Katie. So grab your lapel, please. So we're going to start with an inside wrist flex. Go ahead, grab, peel. That's waza itch, or technique number 1. Now she's going to go out into her outside arm bar. Step up. Now that's technique number 2, a knee waza, or waza knee rather. Knee waza is ground techniques in Jiu-Jitsu. Now she's going to shoot the arm down and around, check with her other hand so Jon's arm does not unceremoniously smack her in the face, and go to her inside arm bar. So, up. Alright, so now let me prank him because it's fun when I do stuff. So Katie, you walk in my spot, and we'll bow to each other, sign respect. And I will say, dozo, please, ajime. So, I start off with 1. Suddenly I'm the owl in the Tootsie Pop commercial. 2. I check that arm, and there's 3. Oh, I'm sorry. See where his head is? Suddenly I play a wonderful phrase from Nindo Ryu, knees are for free. Bang! Bang! Suddenly I'm singing old songs. I need you, like the flowers need the rain. You know, I need you. Shall I start it all again? Sure, what the heck. So again, grab from here, inside wrist flex, outside arm bar, roll, circle, check the arm at or above the elbow so you can wrap and roll. And there you are. I would never compress his wrist and do horrible things and pull him up and break his fingers. I'm just not, I'm that kind of guy, I understand. Up. Great. Domonegato gozaimasu. Thank you very much. Did you see what I did to him? Wasn't it cool? So now she gets to do it. Let's see. All right. Go for it, Katie. Don't be afraid. Inside wrist flex, outside arm bar, shoot around, down, check that arm. Ooh, almost got it closely there. Make sure you check that arm right above the elbow. You don't want his arm to inadvertently smack you upside the head bone. One more time. Inside wrist flex, outside arm bar. Roll it, check it. There you go, and then hook it. And don't forget to use that knife hand. Put the chop in there. That's cool. All right, very good. Okay, let's see the left side now. So now, bip. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Hey, Katie, I can't see that right, so why don't I have you stand that way, and Jon will do it this way, and you can do the technique that way, so they'll see you do this technique. So, inside wrist flex, 1, 2, crunch, 3, and that's 3. Very good. Excellent, Katie. All right, so now, what next? Now it's two-hand lapel grab. What will you do now? Oh no, you can't. You grabbed my jacket. Now it's 1 from column A, 1 from column B, and we're back to the previous technique all over again. Checking and locking. And Katie, let's see that left hand. That left hand's in a flat right now, like in music. Let's make it a sharp and chop palm up. Check to see if it's raining. There we go. All right, very good. And opposite side. Right, okay, now let's turn around. So hold on to her. Oh, looks like professional wrestling. Collar and elbow. Okay, ground, check it out above the elbow. And chop. Very nice, Kate. Good. Wow, that's doing awesome so far. Okay, so now we've done our grabs up, and now we've done our pushes, correct? So, no, we did our lapel grabs. Okay, so let's go into pushes. Push him! Push it good. Na-na-na-na-na. Move that technique. Na-na-na-na-na. Oh, there it is, there it is! Oh, look at the pain. Oh, he put him on the carousel. He was in a merry-go-round. It was great. Okay, opposite side. Very good. So go around and boom. And when she steps back and turns, boy, it's like pulling the plug to a sink or a bathtub and watch it drain down. It's amazing. Getting sucked into the
Vortex.
Vortex. You got it. Very good. All right, what's next? Cross push. So, yield to the force, young Padawan. There we go. Lock and trap, and spin. Beautiful. In terms of Jon's backside is facing the crowd, that's what they want to see, new faces. Okay. All right, so left hand. Very good. Circle trap, turn. People can see your lovely effervescent face. There we go. Wonderful technique. Awesome. Great. Okay. So now we're going from pushes into punches. So now we're going to start with that roundhouse punch.
Hajime.
Crossing the rainbow. There's your arm bar. There's your check. There's your blow. There's your trap. And there he goes to the ground. Awesome. And the left side.
Hajime.
Crossing the rainbow. Outside arm bar. Inside arm bar. Lock and trap. Turn and face me. Turn, 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 turn. Oh yeah, I love when he almost falls to the ground with that one. It's just great. All right, up. Fantastic. And last but not least, straight punch. Now again, you've got an inside, you've got an outside going on here, just like we had earlier techniques for confirmation of the fact. So let's see the orthodox one first. Very nice. And now the unorthodox technique, moving to the inside. Boy, that arm sure goes for a spin, doesn't it? Very cool. And unorthodox. That was orthodox, right? Yeah.
We did both.
Oh, okay. I'm getting old in my old age. I just want you to hit her again, and I want her to try to try. All right. Let's see that one more time, please. Go. Left side. Left side.
Oh, left side?
Left side. So there's the orthodox one. Lock. And let's see unorthodox. Because what happens if he tries to punch with that other hand? Oh, no. Oh, gets all trapped up there, circles around, locks it, and down he goes. Great! Fantastic. All right, so Katie, what techniques have we done so far? First one was?
Outside wrist flex.
Second?
Inside wrist flex.
Third?
Outside armbar.
Fourth?
Inside armbar.
What's the final technique to fill up that hand?
Center lock.
Oh, sounds painful. And I'm sure it is. Now, the center lock, also known as the S lock, the Z lock, the Japanese cobra hold, and of course, in the art of Aikido, Nikyo, the second truth. So let's see how this works, shall we? Maybe we'll hear some people scream out loud. Woohoo! Okay, Katie, here we go. Center lock, starting first of all against the direct wrist grab. Oh, that looks incredibly painful. Let's turn around and do that again. So she grabs, she circles around, got that inglewood. Oh, the agony. Ouch. All right, switch. Now the left side. She turns around, she grabs it and gets that hook in there. Create that center lock, that Z lock. Amazing. Okay, what about a crossroads grab, Katie? Oh, this doesn't look pleasant. Oh, it wasn't. That was great. I felt that from here. Not. Crossroads grab aside with your left hand. Pin. Circle around. Boom. Now, Katie, do we always have to use the flat of the hand? Let's get up again. Let's use, again, we talk about music. B flat or B?
Sharp.
Okay, grab. Let's see some sharpness there. Oh, yeah, I like that. You could point your finger in his face and yell and scream at him. That'd be awesome. All right. Now, what do we do? Grabs both your wrists, Katie. What do we do then? Oh, no. Ooh, oh, I think I did a little KENPOJOE. Oh, that was wonderful. Break his wrist and then grind the bones to paste. Oh, that makes me happy. Warms the cockles of my heart. All right, opposite side now. Crunch. Snap. Oh, yeah, the pain. I like that. That made me happy. Thank you. Okay, what's next?
Marote.
Marote. 2 hands on 1 wrist, okay? So. Very nice. What about the opposite side? Oh, the chop. Pretty cool, Katie. Hey, well, let's go to those lapel grabs and see where we go from that. Ooh, so we started to do that inside wrist flex we learned earlier, but then we bent that elbow to get that Z, huh? Do it again. I think people want to see that. That's nice, that's nice, that's bad. Good. What about the opposite side? Let's turn around for that one. Okay. Remember, you know what, Katie? Stop. Cease. Desist. Time time for the gratuitous close-up. Move over. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, so now let's show you what's really going on in the relationship to this particular technique. It's very popular among the arts of Aikido and certain Jiu-Jitsu systems, and it's a devastating technique, and I mean devastating. So let's see. So he grabs the lapel, go for it. Now there's that inside wrist flex we did earlier, but she doesn't go all the way over. She goes halfway there. That lifts his elbow. Then she's going to hook that elbow, and then she's going to take his pinky, and she's going to try to touch his nose with it. And when he does, he goes, he can't do that. So you drop him. Like a bad habit. It's a wonderful thing. All right, let's back up, Katie. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so now, Katie, the big one is, hey, what does he grab your lapels with both of his hands? What do we do now? Very cool. Opposite side. Nice. There you go. All right. So now, next are pushes. Kind of shove you. All right, why don't we try the orthodox one first? Step to the outside as opposed to the inside. So move. She's like, I don't want this thingy. Okay, all right. It's not for a moment. Okay.
Too many techniques in my head.
Too many techniques in her head? Ridiculous! All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, an important feature of this is the fact that techniques build upon previous techniques, and that's the beauty of this. So I'm going to demonstrate. Katie, come on over here. Come on over here, John. Come on up closer, Katie. You're too far away. There she is. Okay, so now John's going to grab my lapel. All right, we're doing the push. So I'm going to move to the outside. So he goes to punch, I step out. Oh, that was frightening. It was terrifying. I am a palm reader. I will read your fortune. Pain. So I make, right, the inside wrist flex. But I don't want to go all that way because then he bends over. So I'm going to bring him halfway. Halfway to, so his fingers are pointing toward Katie and he can wave to her. I'm going to hook his elbow and pull it in. And at this point, I can do it with two hands and I can pray. I can point at him and that would be bad. Even she goes in painful, see? Or I can hook his elbow from here and use one hand, and I have cocoa, and a cup of cocoa, having a drink, right? I had a drink, you want a drink? Yeah, exactly. So those are a couple different ways that we can apply the center lock. Come on up, and if you're really good, I draw the pixie dust from the heavens and fascinating. Right? Pretty cool. All right, Katie, try it out. Now some fun. Back up. Crank him, Katie. So she moves to the outside. She pulls that arm in like she did in her previous technique to bring the person to an inside wrist flex. But she's only going to go halfway there. That way she can hook the elbow and then drop and chop. Very good, Katie. And let's do the opposite side, outside. And move. Hajime. Turn. Grab the wrist. Hook and crank. Very nice. Now, from there, what's next? Cross push. So, stepping across, yielding with the force, redirecting it, turning it, get your compression, and drop. Nice. And the opposite arm. Yielding with the force, turning, compressing, turning, and locking. Very good. Excellent. Okay, now the punches. Punch her in the face, man. She's a toughie. Oh, roundhouse punch. Mawashi uchi. Turns around, locks him, traps him, and drops him. And let's see the opposite side so we can watch twice the pain in stereo. Very good. If you'll notice, at one point, Katie goes from one hand to the other. So she blocks to the outside, turns, grabs with one hand, and then passes it to the other. Being half Portuguese, we decoratively call this in my area, pasaki. Pass it to me. One hand, two hands, one hand. That's the key. Very good. All right, we're almost done, Katie. Oi, Suki, last one for the night. Punch him, dead straight, attack, go. Side. Very good. Now, let's talk about a very important feature you just did, Katie. What we call this in Jiu-Jitsu decoratively is the ancient Oriental musical device, the accordion. Okay? The old song about squeeze box from The Who, right? You have the Bavarian and Polish accordion, use the accordion, the big accordion for polkas, and the small squeeze box, again, the accordion as well. Well, that's what we're doing here. So now, what Katie's going to do, you're going to step in with that right hand punch again, please. And go. Step out of the way and block. I'm going to do the outside. Traditional. Tradition. Okay, go. Turn. Now watch. She goes 1, 2, and then 1. Now watch. No, we're not going to get there yet, Katie. We're going to do the nasty one. Let's come on up. And you hear John say, oh no, and we go, oh yes. So now, Katie's hand here is like one side of the accordion. She's going to take her other hand and put it on the opposite side. And now she's going to take both her hands and push them in like she's going to go, yay! It won't be yay for John, by the way. No. It just won't be. It'll be pain and agony and screaming in the dark kind of pain. But that's okay, because it's jiu-jitsu. Fire away, squeeze, whip! And then now from there, so if he tries to resist at this point before she can get the lock, he can squeeze, bip, then shoot him for your lock, and there you go. And again, she's got a sharp or a flat. So this way we have the cobra. Exactly. Thanks, John. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's turn face this way, please. Cool. So there you have it. The art of Nindo Ryu Jujutsu. Nin, endurance and perseverance. Do, the way. Ryu, style or school of thought. And the art of Jiu-Jitsu. And people say, man, it does look too gentle. Remember, in ancient times, the samurai would much rather draw their sword and end an opponent. Straight down the middle, diagonal, across the body, upwards at diagonals, the 8 directional cut, or even underside from the bottom up. So again, not doing that and blocking a person's arm or breaking a wrist or an arm to be able to show the authorities who would attack them was definitely a far more gentler opportunity and action to drawing the sword. All right, come on up, folks. Yeah, over here. You get there, and you get there, and we're here. And I really gotta say a thank you, a great thank you to Katie and to John for all their assistance and help in this particular show. I hope you got something out of Nindo Ryu Jujutsu, and I hope you get a new appreciation for it. Ladies, if you're watching, I want you to see how a woman can effectively utilize these techniques to incapacitate and control an opponent. And that's the beauty of the art. And I'm very thankful to both of them for studying here with me at Rebelo'S Kenpo Karate in the art of Nindo Ryu Jujutsu. So until next time, escape, come to attention, re. And as we say in Japanese, domo arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much for enjoying this program. And until next time, oyasumi nasai, have a good night, and sayonara. Goodbye for now.